All right, we have the Minnesota Vikings against the Detroit Lions. This should be a good game where the defense for the Vikings has played great. The Lions defense has played great, and they both score a lot of points on offense. We're going to see how both teams play against good offenses, and currently the spread is -2.5 for the Vikings at home for the favorite, and I would say that has a lot to do with the spread. As Detroit plays better at home, Vikings play better at home, but they're both in domes, so two dome teams against each other will be exciting. Passing yards per attempt is 10.7 in the last 4 games for the Detroit Lions, which is amazing. And both teams are giving up a lot of yards in the air with 7, which tells you that both teams should just throw the ball. And both defenses are probably going to be blitzing a lot. The rushing yards per attempt for offenses and defense is basically the same. And the only difference being the Vikings have one of the best rushing defenses in the league. So it's going to be a good matchup against the Lions, who have one of the best offensive lines when it comes to running the ball. But they're also really good at pass blocking. I'm really excited for this game. I'm pulling for the Detroit Lions. So if we look at the total expected points and do our spread that way, it's 10.5 for the Vikings, which is good. And Lions are currently at 4.2 for the last 4 games. And that'll give you a 4-point spread that'll lean towards the Lions. If you go that way, then it's definitely a play for the Lions. If we scroll over here to the game cards, we project that the Lions have a 51% chance to win. So that's not very high because when we put points per game for the offense and defenses of each team mixed together, it would give us a Lions -1 spread. And if you believe that, then that's also a bet against the spread for the Lions. If we go to the cards over here, the Lions pretty much have them all besides rushing yards per attempt, considering that Vikings defense is really good. But Montgomery and the Lions and Gibbs, they should put a lot of pressure on that defense. And if Goff is going to thrill, then the Vikings will blitz because Brian Flores is known for that. And he has done that in his New England Patriots days and when he was coaching for the Miami Dolphins. The other thing we have that's good is yards per play. The Vikings are 7.3 and the Lions are 6.1. There is a pretty large difference there. And point differential, Vikings are just a little better. So overall, this looks like a pretty even game. But if you're looking at the total expected points and using that as your spread, or just using points per game mixed with offense and defense, that spread leans towards Lions too. But since it's a 51% chance, this game is a toss-up. So if you really believe the Lions are going to pull it out, it's a bet. And if you think the Vikings are going to pull it out, I would also say that's a bet. Just I'm going for the Lions. It's kind of another heart one for me, and we'll see how it turns out. I'll see you in the next video.